Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another trade recap. The second one this week already, so we're actually cooking this week. The first thing I wanted to start off today because I got some messages. I should prove I took the trade, etc., execution marks, blah blah blah. So if you don't believe me, you can also just join the Discord because here, for example, the trade I'm gonna go over now is posted right here. I post all of it in here when I'm in a trade, when I'm about to enter a trade, when I'm out of a trade. So all the proof that you need is going to be in here. This is also P&L from today from the copy trader, $8,000 today. Yeah. So I'm actually going to go over two trades today. This is what I forgot to say. One is a pretty brutal, funny story, to be honest. And the first one I'm going to go over is the trade that's going to matter more today. So coming into the day, as I said, printing bearish power of freeze. If you don't know how my bias is defined right now, you should watch the videos before. It's basically a full week PA breakdown, what I'm looking for. Basically, we took out a lot of protected lows in my opinion, so I'm flipping my bias by um, confirming some new protected highs. So the first trade was actually in London session when we came down here and swept all of these protected lows down here. I was looking at this because when we came up here and we had like this micro accumulation, I would say right here, and we swept out like this piece of structure, this very engineered high up here. I wanted to see the reaction from here. So after we like created this OB and we broke structure to the downside to confirm this manipulation higher is ended, I actually first wanted to see a tap back into the OB. As you can see, this would have been edged, but then I saw the rejection block, the 5-minute one up here, and I was like, okay, I was looking at the reaction from this 50-minute gap, and the reaction for a London session is really huge. Like in London, in New York, this would have probably been already like a candle like down there. So for a London session, it's a huge rejection. So I was measuring the points, and the stop loss was ridiculous. Like I had a 7-point stop loss, and I was like, yeah, okay, the reaction is huge. Let me see if we can get a 5-minute rejection block. And if we do, I'm going to limit that. And if it gets stopped out, I have another limit here because I know this thing is going to come down here. I just don't want to miss it when I see it. So I limited the rejection block basically, and that's basically all I can say to this trade execution, not gonna lie, because after that, as you can see, it's just um, a sweep of this low, and I don't know why I took it here, but my discretion was still this OB up here. So I thought we might come down here now and sweep some of the structure to then again start this beautiful accumulation to take out this piece of structure up here to tap the OB and then distribute lower. But that's why I basically took it at the engineered low and took my profits. And that's basically how I made this $8,000. So basically I had, as you can, let me open my Discord. I had a limit up here. No, wait, I need to change my scene for a second so I can show you guys and I don't leak anything. Um, to show you proof. Um, Let me just open the picture. So I had my limit up there, and the issue I made, I was basically not home during New York AM, so I had to mark out that shit from my phone. And what happened, I had the magnet on, and the magnet on my phone is set to not wicks, only bodies. And basically, it got my, um, it took my OB to this body right here. And as you can see, I limited on the picture, I limited the other OB like a little bit above, and we never tagged it. So my limit was actually here, and I missed out by 2 points. How much was the TP? I took it to previous week low, so another 80 points. As you can see, my target was down there. So around 13K on each account, by the way. I missed out on 13K on three accounts. So a pretty big miss, but this is like how you see how strong OBs are, by the way. If you mark them wrong, you miss out, and I did it wrong, or not that I did not know how to mark them, but yeah, I would say a technical issue. I was not too mad because I already had this read and I took it, and this is just a tape read for me. It's it's still kind of, if I look at this now, it kind of sucks, but nothing you can do. So I would have printed this was a 1 to 10 and this was a 1 to 14 for 13K times 3. You can do the maths yourself. A lot of money, a lot of bread, but yeah, nothing I can do against it. So I'm not gonna chase anything. As I said, another opportunity that some people took that I did not like at all, or not at all. It was still a valid. Why is my? It was still a valid play. I just did not have the discretion for that because we had 10 a.m. open here, and it wicked into this 5 minute, which is alright. But the problem I had is it's already too overextended, taking previous day low. Not really like there's like a huge protected low. Like we were above it. If we already took it, I would have been really like a fan of it. But I was not a fan of entering back down there, especially because I missed my move. So I'm not a big fan of entering into the move that I missed, or not really missed, but I was just not in the trade. But this would have been a perfect play as well. A little bit of a huge stop loss in my opinion for a 10 a.m. like trade, but also a 1 to 7 print. So if you had issues like finding an entry today, you should go over this a lot because today we has been printing many good setups. As you can see, I just marked out three here, and like the two that or the one that I took and the second one that I fucked up myself would have printed 13, 26, 39K plus 8K. An insane day, just saying that. And also the 10 a.m. would have printed. So a lot of opportunities, really clear draw. Also, as you can see, these accumulations keep building up to the downside. I would still consider down more, especially into these lows. I'm gonna look for them tomorrow. If we don't take them today, there's a high chance of just taking them today. And after that, really just these lows. But we're gonna see, depending on how we take, how many like protected highs we're building compared to protected lows. But that's basically it for today. Basically, again, same entry criteria as yesterday and the week before. Obviously, like it's been a really good 2 weeks, or actually 3 weeks. I mean, if you look at my executions back here, just winners, honestly, which is again not normal. Like you should also expect losing trades. That's why you manage your risk and risk properly. But you gotta take these like trades, even though it's like it sounds kind of funny because I did not take this one, or I missed out on it by like an issue myself. But we learned from it and we just keep going. So I hope this helped again because it's, as I said, the same pattern over and over again. If you understand the discretion behind it, because it's not really just a pattern, you have to really see it inside of the market to be able to limit something like this. But I really think this is like big sauce that I'm giving out here because especially the last 2 days played out the exact same way. So I hope many of you can like learn from this. And if you have any questions, as usual, just let me know and I'm gonna go over the question in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and have a great day.